The world of work and also careers is drastically changing. There are less and less people who want to employ you just for your technical or procedural competencies. They're really looking for other intellectual capital now. Most of the futurists are predicting that white-collar people, and particularly professionals, are going to require radically different skills. Change and continuous improvement creates for human beings some loss and some hurts. And do you know the first stage for human beings when there is change or improvement? Denial. You heard of that one? It is the typical response of human beings to go first of all into this can't be happening, or it'll pass, or it's not a big deal. Do you know the second one? Anger. Now, this program that you're doing with me builds change capability. It builds personal resilience. Commonly, in many public service departments at the moment, I am asked to do cultural change. There's a real emphasis on getting people to think and behave quite differently. For example, instead of seeing themselves as capital R for regulator, to see themselves as capital R for relationship. Public and private sector people are learning to build rapport, to influence clients, to be able to do those advanced engagements of problem solving, consulting, partnering, resolving conflict. It's all about serving people for the common good. Brains are plastic. They call it neuroplasticity, and a lot of the work I do will draw from neuropsych. The latest and I think tremendously helpful material for all of us to understand the nature of our own brains, the chatter they go on with, the firing off that human brains do, which often is unsettling and upsetting to people. So don't give yourself too hard a time if you've been upset and unsettled by some change.
I've been working with Jane over the past 20 years, and I'm constantly amazed at the results she's been able to achieve for my team in terms of the leadership skills, and I really see the benefits of that across our organisation.
When you're with me, I have two really strong biases. Number one, I actually think many of us merely survive our life as opposed to thrive. I think that is because many of us, without realising it, get stuck in our defences. I've already called it ego once this morning to you. It is a normal, typical behaviour that human beings do to try and control their life, but it is out of fear.
She has this unique teaching style that really challenges our people. The people I send to work with Jane genuinely appreciate the investment that we're making in their own personal development.
Now, passive people speak like this. Don't you think we should take a break shortly? You know how the research says that people get information overload, so don't you reckon it's probably a good idea to take a break soon? Don't you think, wouldn't you say, you know? This person is trying often to be polite and tactful, but there's no way this person can create adult-to-adult collaborative problem solving with another adult. It just won't work. You're putting yourself in a position where somebody's a parent, someone's a child. The very style of assertive speech means that there is automatically an adult-to-adult relationship set up. This is how they speak. I need to take a break shortly. I'm just flagging that for you. I find I'm getting information overload. I find that after about 45 minutes to an hour, I just can't take in anymore, and I'm getting close to that. So I'm letting you know I'll take 10 minutes shortly and then I'll be back. Do you hear the I's and the my's and the... I own all of my own stuff. And by speaking that way, I automatically respect your right to be the same or different.
Hello, my name's Jenny Brown. I'm a consultant physician. Jane and I met when I was Chief of Medical Staff at the Mater Health Services, and the organisation was undertaking a major structural change, an organisational change strategy. It's a big organisation, 3,500 people. But Jane's major claim to fame really, I think, is that she's an extraordinary teacher. She has the capacity to transform people in a way that is really quite unusual. She gets genuine culture change for organisations, and she gets real personal development for the staff and the people that she's teaching.